Hello everybody, my name is Precious and welcome to my channel. Okay you all, so today I am wearing lipstick because I didn't know until I was on, well not even Annihilator, but I did not know until I looked at my Bavanti email notice that today was National Lipstick Day. And it's kind of ironic because I didn't even know they had a national holiday for lipstick. And I said, I'm just wearing my lipstick today to work because sometimes I'll do a natural look, no makeup, no eyeshadow, no nothing, but I just do lipstick to try to create an abstract look. But so, I went ahead and put on my lipstick and I'm like, I'm just doing this. But when I was, on my email today, I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know it was, National Lipstick Day. Because some makeup stores are having sales where you can buy one lipstick, get one for free, or you get a whole free lipstick. So that's why you see me wearing this red lipstick from Bavanti in my video today because it's National Lipstick Day. So, I would like to do a life update video. You guys saw the last life update video that I did. I talked about graduating from the medical interpreting program. I talked about traveling to Puerto Rico, and I talked about, let's see what else, getting a car and just pretty much bettering myself. So, the update that I have from that video is I have proof that I have booked my flight for Puerto Rico. So, yes, your girl will be going to Puerto Rico in January. I was going to go to Puerto Rico in December, but I decided to push it back a little bit because I just have some financial things I need to get out the way because I have decided that on top of me graduating from the medical interpreting program, I'm going to go back to school and get my associate's degree like I originally wanted to do a couple years back. And I only have, after these 3 classes, 7 more classes to go, then I'll be finished. And it was just some other stuff I just really need to get out the way. So I said, I'll just go ahead and book this Puerto Rico trip, go ahead and fly and have some fun because Puerto Rico, to some of you who don't know, haven't been watching my videos on my channel, it's been a lifelong dream of mine ever since I was a child to go to Puerto Rico. I don't know how my love for Puerto Rico started. I guess you could say back in like I want to say mid to late 2000s. That's when you saw like the Puerto Rican culture. I mean, I'm from Winston-Salem. I didn't grow up in, Brooklyn or the Bronx or Queens, so I didn't get that strong Latin culture, I didn't get that strong Latin culture exposure, like a lot of people did in places like New York and Florida and Texas and California, because in the early 2000s, up until the mid 2000s, people in North Carolina, mainly Winston-Salem, we were new to Latin culture, and I loved it. I loved eating Mexican food, Puerto Rican food, listening to reggaeton music, Tejano music. So I was like, a little Latin girl, in elementary school. So I pretty much, just always wanted to go. As a little girl, my family really wasn't the traveling type as other families were. And that's something that, and it's just common. I don't want to say with American families, but I really don't know why a lot of black families, I mean, yeah, expenses do play a part in being able to afford it. But I just, don't understand why when it comes to black people and black families, we're not that interested in travel and internationalism and getting into other cultures and other languages because we don't realize how other races that, come here to live and to make a better life, they get paid more and they have a whole lot more exposure due to that multicultural background that they have or that multicultural knowledge that they have. So, as a child, my mom really was, for me going overseas or, just traveling or anything like that. So I pretty much got my exposure from reading books and listening to music and eating the food and talking to like friends and church members that were from, Puerto Rico or, different countries like that. And, that's how I got my exposure. But I told myself, I said, since I'm making the money that I've always wanted to make now, why not take that chance and go? So I really decided to do it. Puerto Rico has suffered, within the past, couple of years because I know Puerto Rico is probably different. Just like I've heard that New York is different because it's been almost over 10 years since I was last in New York. Now, when I went to New York, a couple of years ago, it was fun, lively. Everything I saw on TV, I saw it in person. And with Puerto Rico, I would watch different TV shows and travel episodes about Puerto Rico, and it looked really fun, and I liked it. But I know since Hurricane Maria, Puerto Rico has really changed. A lot of people have moved. They just had a big protest march to get their governor out of power that wasn't helping them. Donald Trump sure didn't help them by throwing paper towels and supplies at people like they was dogs in the relief campaign that they had for Puerto Rico at that time. So it was just really bad. But I hope that I do get to see the good sides of Puerto Rico when I go. That I do get to see a lot of culture, a lot of music, and just a lot of things that I've always wanted to see in Puerto Rico. And I do plan on going to El Yunque, which is a very popular rainfall and not rainfall, sorry. Well, it's a mix of a waterfall and a rainforest. So I would really like to go because I've heard that they have a lot of animal life there, flora and fauna, and I believe the coqui frog is found there too. To those of you who don't know what the coqui frog is, the coqui frog is like a little dime-sized tree frog, and it makes this coqui sound like this really high pitched and everything, and it sounds really cute because I was video chatting with my friend a couple years ago when he was in Puerto Rico visiting his family, and when we were talking, you could hear the coqui frogs like chirping and stuff in the background. So that's something I would really like to hear and like to see. So yeah, I'm happy that I get to go to Puerto Rico, and I do have my confirmation from Expedia right here. So I got my receipt that I am indeed going to Puerto Rico in January. And I've also decided to make it a dual trip. Well, instead of me just going to Puerto Rico, I'm gonna go to Hawaii as well because I'm like, why not? I'm an island girl. And when I say I'm an island girl, no, I'm not West Indian, so I'm not officially an island gal, but I love the island culture. It's pretty, it's breezy, it's sunny. The food is, very ethnically infused. There's a lot of variation, fruits, chicken, pork, meat, all the different seasonings. And the music, I just really like island music, especially West Indian music. It makes me feel free and fun and, just amazing. So I said, why not go to another island like Hawaii? Hawaii is really interesting to me. They have a lot of islands because, Hawaii is not just one big island, it's the archipelago, which is a chain of islands. And they have a very lively and interesting culture. And so, I'm like, why not go to Hawaii? And yes, I do plan on traveling by myself. I plan on traveling by myself because why not? I know that a lot of people don't think that that's safe, but I believe in God. I believe that God will cover me and protect me, and He'll send me signs, and He'll just let me know when it's time to go, when it's time to come back home, even if it's earlier than expected. So, that's pretty much the update that I wanted to get. And as far as my medical interpreting class, I've been dealing with depression for the past couple of weeks. To those of you who don't know, you probably haven't watched some of my other videos, and I don't know if I've ever admitted this, but I've suffered with depression for a large part of my life ever since I was maybe 15, 16 years old. I've had, panic attacks, and I've gone to counselors, and my depression really stems from me being alone. I have a family, but I've always wanted to be in a close relationship with a man, and over the years, I just haven't been able to accomplish that. And if I have been able to be with a man, it was either short lived, or it wasn't what I expected, or I just had to break away from that as a way of protecting myself and protecting my future. And so depression for me, it really affects me. It affects the way that I perform in school, even with my YouTube channel. That's why my videos are not as consistent because when you're depressed and you go through some depressive episodes, it paralyzes you. You just sit and wait and you think of all this stuff to do, but then you're scared to do it and it's painful doing it because you're putting yourself out there and you're like, okay, we're doing this, we're doing that, and it's taking your mind off of what you want, and it's making you scared by you're like, oh, this is something I really want, this is something I really want to do, so why am I not getting it? And that's pretty much what I've been experiencing lately. Like I said, unfortunately, I was a class away from graduating from my international, not international, but medical interpreting program, but I failed it because my depression, like I said, it played a part in me not studying and messing up because I was already passing. But I was like, when you have those big tests coming up and it's really going to excel you and it puts you either in the pass or fail. And that's pretty much what happened, and I didn't pass. But luckily, I can take the class again, which will be in the next couple of months. And I'm going to study, I'm going to push myself, and I'm just really going to push through when it comes to this program so I can do my practicum and graduate and just welcome a new life, pretty much a new career, pretty much a new career. So that's pretty much what I look forward to. And by me going to Puerto Rico, it would be a good opportunity for me to use my Spanish and to learn more about an aspect of the Latin culture. So, I feel like it's just all falling into place. Let's see. Moving along to entrepreneurship, I have pursued my entrepreneurial spirit by investing in my baking business. I do have a baking business. I have a name for it already. I've baked on and off throughout the years, and I've cooked. And every time I've cooked and baked, people have ate it up. If they didn't eat it all up, they ate half of it up. And I believe that if what you make and what you put out there gets completely gone or halfway gone, I believe it's good and it's worth selling. So, I pretty much, have received a lot of good feedback from my food, and, I'm just really, making sense of a lot of things. So I'm like, since I'm sharing my food and serving it, selling it, why not go ahead and sell it and make business off of it? So that's what I decided to do. I've already registered my name. I've already got my sales tax number, and I'm also thinking about trademarking my business name. That way, nobody can steal it, nobody can take it, and also, I'm just in the process of really taking this business to another level because I do plan on living in Winston for the time being. To those of you who don't know, I'm from Winston-Salem. I found a place where I can sell for a really cheap price and it doesn't really require, too much. And thank God for, these rinky dink, I'm not calling it rinky dink, but, places that aren't as established as, malls and shopping centers where they do give small business people a chance to sell. People may look down on it because it may not be on the likable side of town the way it looks, but at least it's giving people that have a dream and an opportunity to make money and to make business. So I am happy that, I did find a place and I toured it, looked around, spoke to the people in the office, and, I pretty much, I'm on my way. So only thing I got to do is just bake myself, bake my stuff and sell it and serve it and just put it out there. And one thing I want to say is that I'm proud of myself that I've been able to believe in myself as long as I can because I've had people, tell me, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I even had one person say I shouldn't give away my food because they don't want my feelings being hurt. And I went ahead, toughed it out, baked it, brought it, and people ate it up. I was surprised that the whole cake that I had made for that occasion got gone. It was literally nothing left but crumbs. And I'm like, I didn't even think people was gonna like that cake because the cake didn't even come out as well as I thought it did. But pe- people liked it and they ate it up. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm on to something. So I was really, happy about that. So I'm glad that I'm finally moving into a direction that I want to. The last thing that I want to talk to you all about is me respecting myself. So those of you who've been watching my YouTube channel know I've had some dating woes within the past, what year is this, 2019? Really for the past 2 years because dating in 2019 is hard. It really is hard because men just do not behave like men anymore. And it's sad that we as women have to go through so much and deal with so much when it comes to dating, even when we don't ask for it. You have the men that pretend to like you just to have sex with you, the men that just want to text all day and talk on the phone all day, but don't want to come see you, don't want to meet you, don't want to pay, your way at a restaurant or to a movie. They don't want to go out on dates. Then you have men that do sporadic texting. Then when they realize that you're over them and not talking, and they want to text you, talk to you out the blue, and make it seem like now they got you, now they can get you. I'm just done playing these little high school games. And one thing I realized is that a lot of hip hop songs, and I'm not sure a lot of y'all have really noticed this, and this is why I really don't dabble too much with hip hop anymore, because they sing and rap about stuff that a lot of us suffer from. These F boys will say, I've been hit that. This girl gave me her number. Now I gotta block her. And it's like we be bobbing and dancing to this music. And I'm like, y'all do know that they kind of talking about us and making fun of us and kind of making a song about how silly and dumb we are to fall for their games like that. And so, I just decided that, you know what? I'm a grown woman. I'm 24 years old. I got my own job. I got my own dreams. I got my own goals and aspirations. I have my YouTube channel that's been picking up some stamina since I did the Bobby DeBarge video. And even after, it's still picking up subscribers and views and whatnot. So as long as I see green, when I look at my YouTube analytics, I know that I'm doing something right. And and I just don't have time to play like that. And and I've been told so many things by people that maybe I need to stop talking to Hispanic men, because that's the type that I have. I really don't like saying that I have a type. I don't fetish men for the race or color that they are. Ever since I was a child, I mean, I had crushes on Usher, growing up. Who else did I like growing up? I mean, I had crushes on black men growing up, but then my taste changed and I started liking Hispanic men, and then I started getting into Indian men, and then white men. It's hard for me to think about dating white men because it's just something that I have when it comes to white men. It's like I think they're cute, sexy, whatever, but as far as dating, I just can't bring myself to do it for my own personal reasons. And Middle Eastern men, so I'm very open minded when it comes to dating, but it's like race, it just really doesn't matter, because men gonna be men regardless. And so it's like I'm just tired of dealing with this. And even it's sad that on these dating apps where men will talk to you like a straight up dog, but these men don't have cars. They still live at home with roommates. They don't have steady jobs, no goals, no aspirations. They want to text. I'm like, how are you going to be a grown man and you say you want to be with me, date me, or even have sex with me, and you don't even have a way of getting over here to come and get me? And I just learned now that I have to let people respect me, but at the same time, I have to respect myself, which means that I just refuse to live in this la la land of the internet where men just want to play with this girl, play with that girl, and get your number, get her number, and then text all day, then who I can pull tonight, who I can pull next Tuesday, next Wednesday. I'm not anybody's game board. I am a woman with goals, aspirations, with a purpose, and I'm somebody special. Despite what people may think of me, I'm God's child. So you can hate, speculate, dictate all you want to, but as long as he's over me and the one that's ruling over me and got my purpose on the road, that's all that matters. And so I've just really decided to stop playing in that pool of online dating and internet dating. And plus, men are really crazy. And I'm happy to say that I did have one encounter with a man from the internet where I did let him pick me up and take me to his business that he owned. And, we sat there and talked, and his dog and stuff was there. And, there was no kissing, no hugging, no sex, no none of that. And we actually had a respectful conversation. And he could tell, I was getting sleepy and tired because it was a Friday because I had worked that whole week. I worked 8 to 5. So, you know how that can be, especially when it's a desk job sitting in front of a computer answering phones. It's tiresome sometimes. And so, he went ahead and took me home, said it was nice and everything. And I even called him the next day to thank him. Didn't get blocked, didn't get no attitude or nothing. He answered the phone, it was nice. So, I said it's nice to be respected as a woman, and be treated as a woman, and, to actually have somebody see you in that way. And I've just learned now to pray to God and ask him to send me the man that I'm looking for, and to give me the man that I'm looking for, because I'm just tired of games and the texting and just the nonsense. So I hope you all like this video. Don't forget to like, leave a comment in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day.